Good afternoon, YouTube. We continue with my 2020 collection with the mems. Oh boy, there's a lot. There's at least 6 piles this high. We better get started. As usual, put it down in the comments below anything you think I am missing. There's got to be some that I'm missing. But we'll go through this as quick as we can. I'll give you a few comments as we go. Let you know what I also own as a steelbook or anything different. And we'll get this sorted. First, Taki Magruba. Yeah, it's funny in places. It's about as good as I'd give it on that one. Next, coming to you, Danny Trejo, Machete. There is another one called Machete Kills that I haven't got yet. So I definitely want that because I want both. But Machete's it's not a bad film, quite violent, which I like. The Machine, have not watched it. I heard good things, but not watched this one yet. Machine Gun Preacher, haven't bothered with it really. It's Gerard Butler, but I don't know. Am I missing something? Should I have watched that by now? Freaky as hell. I mean, the things that Christian Bale puts his body through, this is the most extreme, definitely. It's actually quite disturbing just to even watch him in this. The amount of weight he lost was just ridiculous. I think he's borderline diabetic now because of all of that. Series 1 of Mad Dogs. I think there was a second series of this. It was a British thing. This is really good, but I'll have to find out. Is there a second series on Blu-ray somewhere? Then we have the original Mad Max, an absolute classic with Mel Gibson. Then of course we have Mad Max 2: The Road Warrior. Never actually seen this one. Then we have, of course, Beyond Thunderdome. Yeah, that is a classic, I'll give it. Mad Max Fury Road. I was on the fence with this one for a while. It was okay, but then when I watched it in 3D, it actually pops a lot better. So highly recommend it in 3D, I would say. Alright, just make sure I get this all the right way around. Give me a second, guys. Doing it the wrong way around. And down you go. Next we have Series 1 of Mad Men. Series 2 of Mad Men. Series 3 of Mad Men. Series 4 of Mad Men. Series 5 of Mad Men. Series 6 of Mad Men. Have I watched any of them yet? I'll get round to it. I think there's like, what, maybe 2 more series. If I can fit them up, I'll binge watch. One of my favourite animations here, Madagascar. That is some funny shit. Really, really do enjoy that. Second one was okay. In my opinion, the third one, even though it's in 3D, not really worth it. Bit annoying, that one. Maid of Honor, never watched it, but I am a fan of Patrick Dempsey. Maggie, yeah, this was classed as like the first real emotional film that Arnie's made. Yeah, I enjoyed it. I have to say, he did quite well in that. He really did. Some more of the nature style. This is Magic Forest, so it's like all these weird looking things with unicorns running about, and it's all in 3D. It chills you out. And for a while on CX, it was going for a good lot of money as well. Let's have a look. Oh my god, just some news come through on another screen. Magic in the Moonlight. This has been hanging around the £2 shelf in Poundland, but I haven't not watched it yet. End of the day, it's got Colin Firth in it, so it's always worth getting. You got to own them. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I look like that under all the fat. You know what I mean? Magic Mike, classic film, and I actually quite enjoyed Magic Mike XXL. It's quite funny, in my opinion. Next, we have The Magnificent Seven. I've got to say, I've never seen the original, but yeah, I enjoyed this. Yeah, it was weird. The endings were quite tugs on the heartstrings quite a bit. Magnolia. Yeah. There's nothing good I can say about that. Simple as that. Some of these are sticking together. Right. Next we have Magnum Force. Clint Eastwood again. Anything Clint you know is going to be good. Let me just push this over here. I think I'm going to fill the table this time, guys. Then we have Made in Manhattan. I've never actually watched it. I think it's probably the last decent thing Jennifer Lopez made. Make it happen. Nah, all the dancey stuff. It's all cheap. It's all cheap stuff. Awesome film. I love Maleficent. I've got to pick up the sequel, but I don't want to pay through the nose for it. I want to get it 3D as well. But yeah, I really enjoyed that one. Highly recommend it. Mama. Another one of those where I think all the best bits are in the advert, but when that guy rushes forward, that gets you every time. Ugh. You know, I think a few weeks ago I spilt a bit of squash and it might have splashed up in between these, but that's why I have plastic covers on them. Mamma Mia the movie, I haven't picked up the sequel yet because there's no way in fucking hell I'm paying through the nose for that one. Oops. But the missus likes that one. Then we have A Man in the Wild, another National Geographic one. Always worth picking these up. Next we have Man Down. Not a bad film, quite violent actually. Yeah, I would recommend that to people, definitely. Man from Uncle, oh, it did try, it really did. It just doesn't work. It just does not work. The Man Inside, haven't watched this one yet. It's supposed to be quite a good thriller, but I haven't watched it. Man of Steel. I liked it. I enjoyed it. A bit long-winded. Didn't have to take its time getting going, but yeah, I enjoyed it. Man of Tai Chi. Bit of Keanu going back to his Matrix roots. Not a bad film. Man on the Ledge. Have not watched this yet. Yeah, I've got to get around to watching that because I've heard good things, but yeah, I always want to make up my own mind really. Man on Fire. Awesome film. Oh, I love Denzel Washington. And, you know, when you fuck him off, and it's good. Man on a Wire. Have not seen this yet. There's a 3D one as well somewhere. Man Up, again, this Simon Pegg. Haven't watched yet, but anything Simon Pegg I'm going to buy no matter what. Hitchcock, The Man Who Knew Too Much. It's irrelevant really whether you enjoy the film. You've got to have all here Hitchcocks because, you know, one of the most iconic directors out there. Man with the Iron Fist. Not bad, enjoyed it. Sequel, not so much. Bit. Man with the Iron Heart. Another one on recommendation of my mate Anthony, but I haven't watched it yet, so we'll have to wait and see. The Manchurian Candidate, the remake from the original. Yeah, I've got to admit I enjoyed it. If you have, I had never seen the original, so I went in with a slight idea what it was about, but yeah, it works. Mandela, haven't watched, but you know, an inspirational man none the least. Another inspirational man, Manny Pacquiao, hell of a boxer. March of the Penguins, oh brilliant. Got to get the sequel, haven't yet. Haven't watched Margin Call. Kevin Spacey just does my nutting. The Marine, yeah, it's not too bad, but this is when he was just wet behind the ears when it comes to acting with John Cena. There's about 6 Marine films, but only a couple have been released over here. The Marine 3, yeah, I've got that as well. And it's The Miz, but you know, he's an idiot. Pop these here. Oh, and we'll keep going. One of my mother's favourite films, Marley and Me. And then we have, of course, The Puppy Years. Never watched that. Marmaduke. Of course, my mother's going to like that one. I haven't watched it. Married Single Other. Never watched. I've heard good things. But again, till I see it, I won't know. Mars Attacks. Yeah, I love this film. It's so over the top, outrageous, brilliant. The Martian, awesome fucking film, brilliant. This is the 3D version as well, and I also own it as a steelbook as well. Matt Damon was brilliant in that. Recent pickup again, Mary Poppins, classic film. I think it's the 50th anniversary edition. Mary Shelley's Frankenstein. De Niro was amazing in this. Kenneth Branagh wasn't too bad as well. The Mask. How can you make such a bad sequel? There are rumours that a true sequel to this is actually coming out. They'll have to pay Jim Carrey a shitload of money to come back, I think. Mask Maker, one of those cheap horror looking ones. It's a 101 film, so I gave it a chance. Haven't watched it yet. The Mask of Zorro, back when Banderas actually made some decent films. Master and Commander. I refuse to watch this for the simple reason it's part of a trilogy that never fucking happened, so you get half a story. So why fucking release it? Recent pickup again, Matilda. Awesome film. Classic kids one. Definitely worth getting. Got this one from Germany, I think. Or I think a viewer might have got it from me from Germany, actually. Masters of the Universe. The original Dolph Lundgren. Awesome film. Then we have, well, what can you say? Matrix. Matrix Reloaded. Matrix Revolutions. I did own the 4K box set. I bought it recently, but then I sold it on simply because I know the film so well. I wasn't really going to watch it again because I've got so much money for it. I turned what they cost me into like another 19 films. So that's how I build my collections up. Recent pickup again, Max. I've seen the advert and it looks good, but I have yet to watch him. I'm looking forward to that one actually. Then we have Max Manus Man of War. I've no idea. It just looks very, very dystopianly weird. Let me just put these here. Stick him there. Stick him there. I'm so gonna run out of room. Oh, here we go. Here's more. Here's more. Max Payne. Another one. Wahlberg, can't get rid of it, but it's not too bad. Not too bad. Maximum Conviction. Steve Austin and Seagal together. Slightly chalk and cheese, but not too bad. Maximum Risk, yeah, it's alright. Not that good. Maze, based on, it's a film about Maze Prison, I think. It's a nasty place to be, basically. Maze Runner, I enjoyed it. Used to own it as a steelbook. Maze Runner Short Trials, enjoyed it. Used to own that as a steelbook. Then we have Death Cure, which took ages to come out because didn't the main cast bloke, he like face butted a car or something and smashed his face up. But there you go. Right now, have not watched that one. Got to get around to it. Do Not Judge. McBusted. It's like 20p. The Mechanic, cool film. Yeah, more Statham, love it. Resurrection, the Mechanic Resurrection, yeah, I really enjoyed that as well. The pool part of that's really cool. The Mechanic with Dolph Lundgren, have not watched him yet. And Meet Joe Black. I think this film's really boring, but the first 10 minutes is classic cinema. All I say to you is, if you can find this on Sky or something, watch the first 10 minutes. It's got the best body bouncing car crash you'll ever see in your life. If you're a bit sadistic like me, you'll laugh your ass off. Next we have awesome Meet the Robinsons. Meet the Spartans. Whoa, what a pile of shit. Meg 3D. I love the Meg. Brilliant film. Awesome. One of my favourite animations as well is Megamind. Brilliantly done, brilliantly voiced, brilliantly acted. And then if you're going to pick it up 3D, make sure you pick up the promotional one that came with the TVs, because again, it will be encoded perfectly. Memento, one of Guy Pearce's best. Not bad either. Men in Black Trilogy, I've always wanted to get the steelbook, but it's kept its price way too well in my opinion. But then again, you've got to have it in 3D. Men in Black 3. Men of Honor, another good De Niro. Cuba Gooding's actually, this is in my opinion, the last decent thing Cuba Gooding made. He's been a right dipshit lately. The Men Who Stare at Goats. I mean, what can you say about that title? I have not watched this yet, but apparently it's based on a true story near enough as well, so that'll freak you out just there. The Mercenary. I have no idea what it's about, but it's Johnny Trader again, so I'm gonna buy it. Let's put these down there. Next. We're not even halfway through, by the way. Mercenary for Justice. Yeah, that can go in the bin. Mesrine. This is, I think it's like a French two-part like, mini film that was on TV. French. I think it's a French thing. I just like the look of it. Not watched it though. The Messenger. Not a bad film actually. I did fall asleep near the end of it. But, you know, The Messengers. Heard good things, but yet to watch. Miami Vice. Not too bad. Not a spot in the original, but they're really at different ends of the scale. You know, it's Uber violence versus TV violence, so it don't really work. Michael Clayton. Never watched it, but again, This one's having your collection. The Life of an Icon, the Life of a fucking wanker, more like it. And you got to have this in your collection just for the music. It's a 3D enhanced version, but just because of what he was, I don't know. Michael McIntyre, don't like him as a stand-up, but I think I've got 1, 2, 3 different stand-ups for Michael McIntyre. Mick Max, yeah, it looks quite cool actually. I saw the advert and it looks very weird. I have not watched it yet, but I've got to get round to it. Then we have Microcosmos. Amazing how they filmed all of this. It will freak you out just how much life is out there right under your nose. Highly recommend. If you can get a hold of that, definitely get it. Middlemen, not watched, but it's, I've heard good things about it actually, so I'm looking forward to that one. The Midnight Meat Train, there's some freaky shit in this. Yeah, it's our boy Vinnie Jones. Definitely worth a watch, that one. Where are we going next? Next we have Midnight Special. I do own this as a steelbook, but yet to watch it. I've heard good things. Midnight Tango. Cost me like 10p. Oh, from the people that bought you Strictly Come Dancing. I mean, it's tough. That's worth, to me, that's just worth an extra case if need be. A Midsummer Night's Dream. BBC dramas and musicals and everything, always worth getting. Always worth picking up because their productions are immaculate. Mike and Dave Need Wedding Dates. Not watched that yet, but it's supposed to be funny. Mile 22, yeah, quite a visceral one. People dying that you don't expect to die. Good film. Haven't not seen the recent pick up Miles Ahead, but I'll do. I mean, I like Don Cheadle, so definitely worth getting. And apparently, an extremely well acted movie for Sean Penn here, based on a true gentleman. The guy in this was all based on a true story. Let's keep going. We are, believe it or not, just under halfway through. A Million Ways to Die in the West. A lot of people kick this one in. I have to be honest, I laughed my fucking arse off. I really like it. It has to be said, I do. What a premise for a film this is. I would say to you, just get it and watch it. I don't want to spoil anything in this, but yeah, it's different. It's definitely different. Can't wait for the sequel to this, but Minions is here. And of course I'm going to have it in 3. Come here, you bastard. Right. Got it in 3D. And I also own it as a steelbook. And here's a challenge to you. You try finding it on steelbook. You won't find it for less than 20 quid anywhere. Minority Report. Definitely different and definitely a good film. Good action. Quite a good storyline as well. Miracle at St. Anna. I heard it's quite a cool film, but not watched it yet. Absolute classic, Miracle on 34th Street. It's the John Hughes one with old Attenborough himself. Brilliant. Am I right in thinking that's the girl out of Matilda as well? I can't remember. Imagine it is. Would I really be that wrong? Next. This one looks like it's been chewed up by a dog. Mirror, Mirror. It's the Cinderella story that really didn't take off because there was about 2 or 3 different things that year. Mirrors. This is a freaky one. Definitely brilliant. The Tormented cut. Yeah. I highly recommend Mirrors. Cool film. Les Mis. Now. Whoa. Brilliant. Yeah. I mean, judging by what else has come out, I mean, you just look at The Greatest Showman and things like that. This is brilliant. Okay, highly recommend. Don't get all snooty about it, simply watch it. I was like, oh god, I'm not going to enjoy this, and I was gobsmacked. Series 1 of Misfits. I haven't watched any of these yet. I really want to get them all. So I've got Series 2, Series 3, and Series 4. I think there's at least one more to pick up yet, so I will get round to that. I really enjoyed the next one. Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children. Now, the 3D has been sniffing around most Poundlands for quite a while now, so quite easy to pick up. And when I picked up mine up, I picked up 2 others because they were going for like £5 trading as well. So hey, made myself some money there. Stick them down there. Next, I missed you already. Have not got a clue, not watched. But it has to be said, I haven't liked a Drew Barrymore film in a long time. The Missing. I think this is actually a series, but I've not yet to watch it. I have heard it's good, but you fill me in on that one. Yet to watch this one, but it's got the voices of Hugh Jackman and Zoe Saldana and Jack and Zach Galifianakis. The Missing Link. This does look quite cool by the advert, but I just haven't got around to watching it yet. Then we of course have the amazing Mission Impossible 1, love Mission Impossible 2, hate Mission Impossible 3, love Mission Impossible 4, love Mission Impossible 5, and love Mission Impossible 6. And they're filming 7 and 8 back to back right now. Mind you, they have stopped because of the coronavirus. The Mist. The end of this will freak you the fuck out. Oh god, the end killed me. I'll say no more. Modern Family. Series 1. Series 2. Series 3. Series 4. It's just ended after 10 series, so I have seen these off and on. I want to get all 10 series before binge watching, but an amazing thing. I mean, the one who played Al Bundy, I mean, the fact that he had 2 decent series under his belt during his career is an amazing thing to say. And I just loved it. It's brilliant. And then we have Mojave, not seen. I've not actually heard much about either, but it was cheap when I bought it. Selma Blair, Nicolas Cage, Mum and Dad. Yeah, every parent wants to do. Yeah, they turn in and want to kill the kids. Yeah, everyone wants to be like that. Trust me, little bastards. All right, we've got 2.5 piles left, guys. You still with me? We're 22 minutes in. Wake up! Yeah, you're all right. All right, cool. We'll continue. Momentum. Not watched it yet. I've heard good things, but not watched. Awesome film. Brilliantly done. Money Monster. Very cool. Didn't need to be Julia Roberts in it. Anyone could have done that acting role. But I do own it as a steelbook. Awesome Money Pit. Very, very recently re-released on Blu-ray for some reason. We have a loose disc with Moneyball. Brad Pitt. Never watched it. Got the cartoon. Got the real comics of Mongol. Then we have Mongrels Series 1. Is there a Series 2 on Blu-ray yet? I think it might not have been released on Blu-ray, which pisses me off. Now, Charlize Theron. Yes, you may think, oh, she's the one out of the perfume advert, Fast and the Furious, etc. But this is where she made her mark. Monster. What a fucking film this is. Based on a true story, and I'm telling you, she looks exactly like the crazy bitch in it. Wow, you won't recognise her in this film. Highly recommend it. I had to pick this up, so I managed to get it in Germany. Wow. Hats off to you on that one. What a film. A Monster Calls. A very recent pickup for me. I've wanted this for a long time. The advert looks awesome. It's voiced by Liam Neeson, the big creature. These are a couple for me daughter. We have Monster High, Friday Night Fights, and Why Do Ghouls Fall in Love. And then Ghouls Rules. Yeah. Monster House in 3D. Brilliantly done. Tugs at the heartstrings in places, and it's quite freaky and quite brutal in places as well. But a good film nonetheless. Bit eccentric, this one. Doesn't take itself too seriously, but very well animated, especially in 3D. I do recommend that one. Cutesy. Monster Trucks. Not a bad film. Monsters University. Yeah, okay. My Monsters Inc.'s missing. Interesting, some fuckers nicked it. So I definitely had it on Blu-ray. I mean, I've got it steelbook anyway, and 3D. But, so there's your 3D Monsters University. I do own the first one. I'll have to find out where the fuck that's gone. Ooh, cheeky cheeky. Monsters vs Aliens. I've given this away at least 2-3 times. This is the one that went with the TVs. Brilliant film, love it. Monster Wolf. Never heard of it, but it was cheap. Monte Carlo. Yeah, it's more of that romantic cheap crap. The Monuments Men. Never has a cast been so amazing to a film that is so fucking shit. Oh god, I nearly fell asleep on that one. Morgan. Good action, that's all I can say. Definitely worth having. Morning Glory. I have never actually heard anything about it. Then we have Morning Star Warrior. You know me, anything that looks anything like Game of Thrones I'm going to buy. I love Mortal Engines, okay? Blu-ray, I got the 3D version, but I do agree with the complaints that this jumps into the story so fucking fast you don't know where you are straight away in it. It's like, you know, like, is it a prologue, which is what happened at the start of the book? It's almost like they didn't fucking bother. And that does hurt the film. It does hurt it. And I do agree with everyone complaining about it. But it is a good film nonetheless. Mortal Instruments. Heard good things, but I'm still yet to watch it. I do want to watch that one. The original Mortal Kombat. I want to get Annihilation, but it's going up in price, believe it or not. So I ain't going to pay through the nose for that piece of crap. But this is classic for its time. Cheesy as fuck acting. Johnny Depp's really funny in this. Mordecai's a bit off the wall, but I highly recommend that one. Brilliant film. A Most Violent Year. Always heard good things, but never got around to watching that. Most Wanted Man. I simply got this for Philip Seymour Hoffman. He's a brilliant actor. Really got into his stride and then passed away. Mother. Yeah, I've heard the good and the bad about this. I've not watched it yet, but I probably won't even ever bother watching that one. Mother's Day, that's where it gets all cheap. Mount St Elias. This was my first decent score from the pound shop. I picked these up for £1 and they were trading in between £8 and £10 each. So I made a good load of money out of this. I bought everything they had and direct fed them back in. I got maximum money out of all of those, I really did. And I still haven't watched it. The Mountain Between Us. Yeah, not bad film. The missus really likes it and I'm glad I picked it up. What can you say about movie 43? Hugh Jackman's got a set of bollocks under his chin. Seriously, it's hairy bollocks. And that's not even the worst thing in this film. So if you're wondering what else, buy it, trust me. Brilliant. Mr. and Mrs. Smith. There's a steelbook coming out about this, so I'm really thinking of getting it. I love this film, brilliant. Mr. Holmes, have not watched yet, but I mean, seeing McKellen, you do not say no to him ever. Mr. Jones, never watched. Another cheap, like a thrillery horror that I'm trying to get bump up my collection on those. And the Mr. McGorman's Wonder Emporium, Dustin Hoffman at his best. He can play the best cutesy characters there are, and he's brilliant. He really is. Let me just move these over, won't be a moment. Definitely running out of room. We're almost there, guys. We are now 30 minutes in. Are you still awake? Mr. Nice, never, mind-blowing trip. I've never even watched it. Mr. Peabody and Sherman in 3D. Yeah, funny. I really like that. I enjoyed it. And I really enjoyed Mr. Popper's Penguins. I was thinking, oh my god. But I enjoyed it. Rami Malek, before he got into all the Queen stuff, he was starring in Mr. Robot. There's now 4 series of this, and it's stopped now. I've got to pick up the other 3, then I'll binge watch all those, but it's supposed to be very good. As is Mr. Selfridge. I think is it 2 or 3 series of this now? But I've only got the first one. Again, I'll collect them all then binge. Mr. Turner. Yeah, Timothy Spall is one of our best actors as well. If you don't know who he is, he's the rat. He played the rat in Harry Potter. That's not his most famous role either way. Mr. Woodcock. Yeah, you can imagine what the jokes are on that one. Now, anyone watching in America, you're probably not going to know Mrs. Brown, but he's an Irish comedian that dresses up as a woman over here. Funny as hell. We have Mrs. Brown's Boys the movie, which is okay. Then you have series 1 of the actual TV show. Series 2. Series 3. Then you got the live shows. Another live show. One of the earlier live shows. And then the Christmas ones as well. And I'm happy I've got all of those. I think I've only got 1 or 2 missing from the entire collection of those. Much Ado About Nothing. Not the classic English one that everyone always went on about. That one is. Good film. Kenneth Branagh at his best. It's Matthew McConaughey, so I've heard good things, but I can't face it. A Sin Asia version of Mulan. So yes, the new live action Mulan is supposed to be absolutely spectacular. And from what I've seen, I'm like, whoa, looks good. This is like a Japanese remake from a few years back. Love it. The Mummy, awesome classic film. I really enjoyed Mummy Returns as well. That was even better. Apart from You Know Who. And Tomb of the Dragon Emperor. I think that was pushing it a bit, but it was okay. Then we have the remake with Tom Cruise. I also own this as a 3D steelbook. You can take or leave that one. They made it so quick. You could tell the effects weren't well done. One of my top 10 films of all time. Muppet Christmas Carol. It was not on TV in the UK this Christmas just gone. So I thought, fuck that. I didn't care what it cost. I had to have it in the house. Because we play it for like 12, 14 hours a day around Christmas. It has to be done. We have the Muppets. Muppet movie. So yes, I have this as a steelbook. Muppets from Space, which is really funny. Muppets Most Wanted, which is so-so. Muppets Take Manhattan, and there is one more Muppets one which I'm yet to get. Then we have music and lyrics. Not watched this at all. I mean, I don't know what it is. I really can't bring myself to watch anything with Drew Barrymore lately. Let's put that there. Let's put that there. We're almost there. Just slip in there The Mummy. This is the Boris Karloff one, which was sent to me by Kermit's Ghost. So happy to have that. Right. Then we have the TV adaptation of The Musketeers. Not too bad apparently. Mutant Chronicles. Not watched, but it's one of those that you see on the horror channel probably. My Best Friend's Girl. Not watched again. Another one of those cheap romantic ones. My Best Friend's Wedding. One of those films that really made Julia Roberts. It gave her the same high as Pretty Woman, I think. But a cool film nonetheless. Then we have My Big Fat Greek Wedding 2. You try one, the first one. First one's better though. My Bloody Valentine in 3D. There's about 9 different versions of this. My Blueberry Nights. I don't have a clue. It was cheap. Jude Law's in it, so it's got to be some merit to it, I suppose. But again, not seen. Tell me if you've seen that one. My Cousin Rachel. It's Rachel Wise. She's married to Daniel Craig. My one and only. My one and only. No idea. Never watched it. It's Renée Well, I guess there's got to be a bit of merit in there. My Sister's Keeper. Cameron Diaz is supposed to be quite good in that. My Soul Take. Anything Wes Craven's normally quite cool, so I'm gonna buy it. My Way. No More War. Not watched or heard anything about it, but it was only £1. Next we have My Night with Marilyn. Got quite a few awards this one, so yeah, I'm gonna have to watch that one at some point. Mystic River. Yeah, quite a poignant thriller, that one. Kevin Bacon. Lawrence Fishburne as well, so you know, I watched it quite late, so I don't think my mind really set myself up for that one. And then lastly we have The Myth, another Sin Asia with Jackie Chan. Not his best. I'll have to say it. Not his best, but a worthy addition to your Jackie Chan collection, I would say, more than anything. 35 minutes in and we are done. I thank you everyone for sticking with me on that one, because that was a lot. Next, what we're going to be looking at is, of course, N's and the O's. There's not as many of those two, so I might even try and get those done today as well if I can. But of course, later tonight we do have my top 10. I'll get that sorted as quick as I can. Got a few things to look up before I get that done. And then, of course, we've got to cook some dinner as well. Take care now. I'll get this posted as fast as I can. Please, comments down below. Any films you think I'm missing, let me know, because I'm loving all the feedback on that as well. Take care, and I will see you soon.